Hello all, I am Dr. Ashish Agrawat. In this video, I am going to talk about the protein energy malnutrition. So, as per new curriculum of NMC, it is a competency number 8.2 that describes the types and cause of protein energy malnutrition and its effect. It is a very important topic for undergraduate MBBS. Okay, it will come in PSM also, in pediatrics. Okay, and it is also very important for your theory exam and Viva. Okay, so we will understand the basic concept about the protein energy malnutrition. So first we will see what is this malnutrition. Okay, this malnutrition refers to the deficiency, excess or imbalance of intake of energy, protein and other nutrients. So this malnutrition can be undernutrition, or it can be undernutrition, or it can be overnutrition. Overnutrition will result in obesity. Why? This undernutrition is the result of food intake that is continuously insufficient to meet dietary energy requirement. It can be poor absorption or poor biological use of the nutrients that is consumed. Okay, and it will lead to the loss of body weight. So in protein energy malnutrition, here mainly it is observed in children and it is seen in the developing and underdeveloping countries. The prevalence is between 20 to 50%, and in PEM there is two types. One is marasmus, okay, and one is kwashiorkor. Okay, and here this malnutrition, or you can say here it is undernutrition, is due to the deficiency of either protein or calorie or both. Okay, so the first type is marasmus. It is literally meaning to waste. Okay, it is due to the primary due to the calorie deficiency, and secondary it is due to the protein. While this kwashiorkor, it typically seen, it is called as the sickness of the older children. So when the next child is born, so and there is not enough amount of protein, okay, enough amount of protein is given to the child. Okay, while the calorie requirement will be sufficient, but protein intake is poor. So it is called sickness of the older children. It is usually seen in children more than 1 year. Okay, we will see in detail now. This marasmus is derived from the Greek word called to waste, okay, which results from a continuous severe deficiency of both dietary energy as well as protein. But primary there is a calorie deficiency, calorie inadequacy, and secondary will be the protein deficiency. While in kwashiorkor it is an isolated deficiency of protein. Okay, while the calorie intake will be adequate. So you can see here this is a picture showing the marasmus. Okay, there is a loss of subcutaneous fat, so it is a wasting condition. Okay, while in case of kwashiorkor you can see the moon phase and protuberance. In picture you can see there is a protuberant belly that is seen. There will be rashing, okay, and poor wound healing. Okay, and moon face appearance, protuberant belly, that is a feature of kwashiorkor. While marasmus, it is look like old age. Baby will look like monkey face appearance or old age. Okay, it is a wasting, and prominent bones will be seen, and there is loss of subcutaneous fat. Okay, so if I show you the difference between marasmus and kwashiorkor. So difference between these two is based on the age of onset. So marasmus is seen usually below 1 year, while kwashiorkor, it is a sickness of older children, so it is between 1 to 5 years. It is seen between 1 to 5 years. In marasmus there is a primary deficiency of calorie, while in kwashiorkor there is a primary deficiency of protein. Okay, the cause of marasmus may be the early weaning and repeated chronic infection, while in kwashiorkor because of the starchy diet, okay, and protein less diet, okay, so it is precipitated by the acute infection. Growth retardation is marked in case of marasmus, while it is present in the kwashiorkor. Child is irritable in case of marasmus, while it is lethargic and apathic in case of kwashiorkor. Okay, appearance, there is a shrunken with skin and bone only. Child is dehydrated. Okay, and in marasmus it is look like monkey face appearance, monkey face or old age appearance. While in case of kwashiorkor, the baby looks plump due to the edema on the face and lower limb. There will be a moon face appearance because of the edema. Appetite is normal in marasmus, while the child is anorexic in case of kwashiorkor. The skin is dry and atrophic and wrinkled in appearance in case of marasmus due to loss of subcutaneous fat. While due to peeling, cracking and denudation, there is a crazy pavement dermatitis. Okay, you can see in the diagram also, this is called as the crazy pavement dermatitis. There is a hyperpigmentation followed by the exfoliation of the skin. Okay. Here there is no characteristic change in case of marasmus, while there is sparse, soft, thin hair in case of kwashiorkor. So if we see the protein level, the albumin level is between 2 to 3 gram per deciliter, while it is very less in case of kwashiorkor because mainly it is a protein deficiency. So there will be hypoalbuminemia is seen. Hypoalbuminemia is seen in case of kwashiorkor. So normally it is less than 2 gram per deciliter of albumin is found in case of kwashiorkor. Also, there is a chance of the fatty liver because of the, as there is a decreased protein, so decreased lipoprotein. Okay, so fat will be accumulated in the liver. Okay, it lead to the fatty liver. While in case of marasmus, it may be cirrhosis is seen at the later stage, right? And in case of marasmus, there is a high cortisol level, and insulin is very low because there is a mainly the calorie is deficient. Okay, while in case of kwashiorkor, there is a low cortisol, and as calorie intake is more, there is a high insulin. Okay, we will revise the difference between marasmus and kwashiorkor at the end again, right? So if we see the biochemical mechanism in case of kwashiorkor, here mainly the in dietary intake of protein, mainly protein is deficient, and it lead to the high insulin and low cortisol, and leading to the increased uptake of amino acids by the muscle, diverting them from the liver. Okay, so the synthesis of albumin is reduced, and as albumin is less, as we know, albumin is maintaining the colloid osmotic pressure. Okay, so at the this is suppose this is the arterial end, this is the venous end. Okay, suppose at arterial end the pressure is 35 and colloid osmotic pressure by the albumin that is 25. So at arterial end with the pressure of 10, the water will come out in the interstitial space, while at the venous end the pressure is 15. Okay, so again that 10 millimeter of mercury pressure water will come back at the venous end. But suppose due to the decrease in albumin, instead of 25 pressure, the pressure is 10. Okay, so what at the arterial end the water will come out in the interstitial space with the pressure of 25, but at the venous end pressure is 15. Okay, and the colloid osmotic pressure is 10. Okay, so at the venous end also the water will not come back, so there is an accumulation of water, and that will lead to the edema in case of kwashiorkor. Okay, and there is also reduced synthesis of lipoprotein because lipoprotein ultimately it requires the protein and amino acids are not available. Okay, so it will, and lipoprotein is necessary to transport the triglyceride phospholipids, okay, to the peripheral tissue, and because of the decreased synthesis of lipoprotein, there is accumulation of phospholipid and triglyceride in the liver, and it will lead to the fatty liver, right? Then what will be the biochemical mechanism behind the marasmus? Because in marasmus there is mainly the calories are deficient, so there is a low insulin level and high cortisol level, and it will lead to the breakdown of protein and release of amino acids from muscle, causing the muscle wasting. Okay, and this amino acid will be available to the liver to synthesize the albumin, so there will be no edema. Okay, so absence of edema with muscle wasting is a characteristic of the marasmus. So you can see here there is a loss of subcutaneous fat, there is a wasting. Okay, there is a monkey face appearance. Okay, look like old age baby, and you can see the bone, okay, and muscle wasting. okay, in case of marasmus. So this is the case of marasmus. While in case of kwashiorkor, you can see there is a protuberant belly, okay, so abdomen is enlarged, there is a edema, okay, and hair become thin, sparse. Now finally, what is the treatment? So we can give 150 to 200 kilocalorie per kg body weight. We have to give 3 to 4 gram of protein per kg and 3 parts of vegetable protein and 1 part of milk. So this is what we can give as a treatment in case of protein energy malnutrition. Okay, so at last again I want to revise about the marasmus and kwashiorkor. Okay, difference. So marasmus, okay, it is age of onset. Age of onset normally it is less than 1 year. Okay, but in kwashiorkor it appears between 1 to 5 years. Okay, then primary deficiency. Okay, there is a deficiency of calorie. Okay, in case of marasmus, while here in kwashiorkor there is a protein deficiency. Protein deficiency. Now appearance. Okay, so there will be old age appearance or monkey face appearance. Okay, there will be the muscle wasting, right? While in case of kwashiorkor there is a abdomen protuberant is seen. Okay, there will be edema and moon face appearance. The moon face appearance. Skin. Okay, so skin is dry, wrinkle appearance because of loss of subcutaneous fat. In case of kwashiorkor, crazy, pavement, dermatitis. Okay, in case of kwashiorkor due to the exfoliation followed by hyperpigmentation of the skin. Now, attitude of the child. Attitude in marasmus, child is irritable. Okay, while in case of kwashiorkor, the child is apathic. Okay, do not take part in playing, etc. Coming to the appetite. Okay, the appetite is normally in case of marasmus, while the child is anorexic in case of kwashiorkor. Okay, hair. Okay, the hair is normal as such. There is no change in case of marasmus, but there is a soft, okay, sparse hair. Okay, there is a pigmentation of hair in case of kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor, there will be fatty liver due to the lipoprotein deficiency, as protein is not there, so triglyceride and phospholipid will not be transported to the peripheral tissue and accumulate in the fatty liver. As insulin is low because low caloric value and cortisol is high, okay, and it is leading to the breakdown of amino acids in muscles, okay, and that is lead to the wasting. Okay, the muscle wasting is due to the breakdown of amino acids, and as these amino acids will be available to synthesize protein in the liver. So in marasmus, the albumin level is normally 2 to 3 gram per deciliter. Okay, while in case of kwashiorkor, primarily there is a protein deficiency, so insulin is high. Okay, calorie is enough, so insulin is high and cortisol is low. Okay, that will lead to the increased uptake of amino acids, okay, by the muscle from liver, okay, and there will be low albumin, okay, and that will lead to the edema. We have already discussed, because less albumin, it will lead to the decreased oncotic pressure, so amount of fluid that come out at the arterial end, okay, in the interstitial space will not come back at the venous end, so it will lead to the edema. Okay, so edema is a feature of kwashiorkor. So this is all about the protein energy malnutrition, and we have mainly discussed about the marasmus and kwashiorkor. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for the future video also. And you can also give your feedback in the comment section. Thank you friends for watching. Bye.